Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is going to be a great video for all you crafters out there that want to kind of personalize your stuff, either your packaging or whatever you're making. So what we're going to do today is Algolaser want me to do a comparison between their 10-watt diode and their 20-watt diode. This is on the Mark 1 DIY kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some of these stamps using plywood, the cheapest possible material that you can get to make these stamps, believe me, and they work perfect. You don't need all this expensive rubber and all that sort of stuff. We're going to make them from plywood. We're going to do a test to see how different the 10-watt and the 20-watt perform. It's really simple. I'm also going to show you over on Lightburn how to actually make these, and they're so simple. Anyway, keep watching. If you like what you see at the end, maybe you could hit that like button, and more importantly, hit the bell. Right, let's crack on with it, shall we? Right, there we go, guys. So we're in Lightburn. We're using the Lightburn 1.7.00, which I believe is the latest update on the time of recording this. So let's make our stamp. It's very simple, very simple. So we go across to here where it's got a letter, and we type something like thank you. Let's change that font. If you don't like that font, we can go up to this and we can just change it to something that you like. You know what? Let's do that one. Why not? Okay. So let's highlight our lettering. We may want to come up here and just make it a little bit closer together or wider apart, whatever you want. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we're going to head over here to the offset tool. We're going to select outward, and we're going to go up to the point where you don't have any holes like this. We don't want that. See, that's nice and neat. There's no holes in there. We're going to OK that. So this is also going to be a fill layer. I'm going to change that to a fill layer. So what it's going to do now is it's going to cut out everything that's red. Well, it's going to engrave everything that's red, so that the white protrudes out. So that's what collects the ink or whatever paint, whatever you use it. So this is going to be on a board or acrylic or whatever. Now we also need to cut out around this, but we can't do it yet because this is only a fill layer, isn't it? So let's head back up and highlight that. Sorry, we'll highlight that part of it, not all of it. We'll head back down to offset tool. This time we're going to go inwards, and we're going to reduce that right the way down to 0. Okay, now I know it may be a little bit confusing, but it's not. Once you do this, it's easy. I'm going to change this to a black layer now, and up here, that black layer, let's move this out of the way so you can see, is, yeah, that's our line. So if you can see the black layer now, it's going to actually cut it out of whatever material that we're going to use. Okay. What we do need to do, because this is a stamp, we need to head up to the mirror tool up there and rotate it, because if you imagine, it's going to be the wrong way around if you have it that way. That's how it's going to look like when it's stamped. This is how it's going to look like when you're cutting it out. Okay, so really importantly, depending on what material you're going to use, depends on what settings we're going to have in here. So this is the setting for the, let's put stamp engrave. Speed, we don't want it 100. We're going to drop it to, let's say, 50 for this actual video, and let's keep it at 20%. Okay. Now the line itself, we always want to go up to 100% on the cut, because we're actually going to cut this out. And speed, yeah, 20's a decent number. We'll keep it at 20. Okay, so we want to think about size now. So let's go 40mm wide. I think that's about right, isn't it? 40mm by 20mm high. Yeah, not bad. Quite small. You know what we can do actually, let's take it to 60mm. No, 50mm. Change my mind. But you know what? I can do that. You can do this as well. So if it doesn't fit, then you change it. So there's our stamp. Very, very simple. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and head over to the laser. We're going to pop the 10-watt laser on, and we're going to see how this cuts out. See, I've been using the 20-watt quite a lot, and obviously the pipe is set up for the 20-watt because it goes into the top. So all you need to do is just loosen off. Well, all I'm doing now is loosening off my cable ties just so the hose can go all the way down to the bottom. I've set the depth there. I don't know if you could see that on camera when I was doing it. Yeah, you can. With our depth gauge. Okay, right, let's head back over to the computer, turn our machine on. Okay, right, let's just check everything's fine. What we're going to do is, because we have got that board on the right hand side, we need to move this now, don't we? So let's pop that all the way down there to that corner. Right, so we're in the corner on the machine, we've homed it. Let's just double check over there the frame. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so what we need to do now is just literally lift that up. We're cutting the place just above it. Let's return it on, shall we? Okay. Well, what do you think? It turned out quite nice. I went ahead and made some other stamps just to show you what you could get up to and how easy it actually is. This is plywood, guys, just 3.5mm plywood, really simple to make. And look how they turned out. Lovely. So the two that we did on camera then were the 10W and the 20W. So I kept the settings the same on Lightburn, just literally swapped the lasers over, and then I thought we'd just see what kind of difference we get. Now the 10W, it cuts it beautifully. Obviously it's a little less it's a little less powerful as a 20W, but it does a great job. See the outside there that it's cut away, it's done a great job. It's not that clean, but that's not what we're after really. We just want this nice and crisp, but it worked great. The 20W, as you can see, it's twice as powerful and it's cut a little bit deeper, but the actual cut is a lot cleaner. Now what we could do is just double the settings on Lightburn to get this same result, but it doesn't work like that. It's the 20W is just it's totally different. Although it's double the power of the 10W, the whole setup inside the laser is different, and the beam itself is a lot smaller than on the 10W, but you can see that it does the same thing. I could increase the speed and get this done in half the time if I wanted to, and that would work fine. And maybe that's why you would buy a 20W over a 10W. Maybe you want the stuff done a lot quicker, but either way the 10W still does a great job. Just putting them together like that, you can see that there is a little bit of a difference, but they both work really well. I love making these stamps, to be honest, and as you've seen on the video, it's so simple to do in Lightburn. That's scouts, there's rats there. This was pretty cool, look at that. I know Halloween's gone, but it's still cool. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll leave a link to the Algolaser website, linking you to the DIY Mark 1 and the Mark 2 and the two lasers. I'll also leave a link there to the pump as well that Algo sent me. That does a great job. What it does, and you're probably thinking, well, why have a pump? Why have air blowing through? Well, it actually cleans away all the soot that is being burned. As you're burning it, you're going over it, you're creating soot, and that what it's going to do is just going to clean the edges. It's going to blow it all out the way, so you get a nice crisp edge. You don't get any charring or anything like that. So it is worth getting the pump for sure. This one I made with acrylic. So this is just black acrylic. I prefer the ply because it's not as hard. It's kind of a little bit softer. When you push it down, you can kind of feel that it's a little bit softer, almost like rubber, but harder. Whereas this, you put it down and it's hard. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something from it. And I really do hope that you head over to Algolaser and try out their products, because I have so much fun making these. And when I send things out to people that I make, I can stamp them of just my own personal, maybe not these, definitely the thank you, but I don't know. It's an option, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching. Click on the links down below. Hit that bell. You'd be doing me a favour. And I'll see you in the next video. Or you'll see me. Or you'll hear me. I probably won't see you.